I am always puzzled by the hypocrisy of humans praying for everything. Do you think that God is going to help you succeed in killing other humans? This is not a question of one religion versus another. They are all praying before they go to war. I find this very bizarre. If God would be helping you with your bombings, it should first help to repair human DNA so that they do not need to go to war for money. There is a great Turkish proverb: if God would listen to the prayers of dogs, it would rain bones from the sky. In the great cosmic theater of human folly, few acts are as confounding as the ritual of prayer. Picture this: a species gifted with reason, adorned with intelligence, and yet, in moments of dire need, resorts to pleading with the divine for intervention. It's a spectacle that leaves even the most astute observers scratching their heads, wondering if perhaps evolution took an unexpected detour through the absurd. At the heart of this perplexing phenomenon lies the age-old conundrum of humans praying for everything under the sun, including endeavors that seem diametrically opposed to any notion of divine benevolence. Take, for instance, the curious case of praying before war. Yes, you heard it right. Before engaging in the noble act of reducing fellow human beings to casualties, soldiers often find solace in a quick prayer session. Because, nothing screams righteous conflict like asking the Almighty for a tactical advantage. Now, let's set aside for a moment the theological quagmire of whether God would actually endorse such bloodshed. Spoiler alert. The answer is probably not. Instead, let's focus on the sheer absurdity of the situation. Here we have individuals, presumably armed with the faculties of reason and moral discernment, beseeching divine assistance in endeavors that should, by all accounts, prompt deep soul-searching and existential angst. But hey, who needs moral quandaries when you've got a direct line to the big guy upstairs, right? And it's not just a matter of one religion versus another. Oh no, this is a universal phenomenon. Whether you're a devout follower of Monotheism 101 or a card-carrying member of the Church of the Spaghetti Monster, chances are you've witnessed the curious sight of soldiers bowing their heads in prayer before unleashing hellfire upon their fellow humans. Because nothing says divine intervention like dropping bombs on unsuspecting civilians. But perhaps the most mind-boggling aspect of this entire charade is the underlying hypocrisy. You see, it's not just about praying for victory in battle. It's about praying for victory in battle while conveniently ignoring the root causes of conflict. Last time I checked, the Almighty wasn't in the business of subsidizing humanity's insatiable lust for power, resources, and good old-fashioned moolah. If God really wanted to lend a helping hand, maybe, just maybe, it would start by fixing human DNA so that we didn't feel the need to engage in mass slaughter for the sake of lining our pockets. But hey, who needs logical consistency when you've got centuries of religious dogma to fall back on? After all, nothing says enlightened discourse like using divine providence as a blank check for our most egregious acts of violence and greed. So the next time you find yourself pondering the mysteries of the universe, spare a thought for the humble prayer warriors of humanity. For in their fervent supplications lies a profound truth, that sometimes the greatest miracle of all is the astonishing capacity of the human mind to rationalize the irrational and to pray for peace while preparing for war. Amen, and pass the ammunition. Ah, the wisdom of Turkish proverbs, a treasure trove of wry humor and insightful observations about the human condition. And nestled within this rich tapestry of linguistic gems lies a particularly delightful nugget. If God would listen to the prayers of dogs, it would rain bones from the sky. It's a sentiment that cuts straight to the bone, pun intended, highlighting the absurdity of expecting divine intervention in every aspect of our lives, no matter how trivial or self-serving. Let's unpack this canine-inspired aphorism, shall we? Picture, if you will, a world where the Almighty takes a keen interest in the prayers of our four-legged friends. In this parallel universe, Fido and Rover aren't just barking at passing cars. They're engaged in fervent supplication, hoping against hope for a heavenly bounty of savory treats to rain down from above. But alas, as any astute observer of the human-dog dynamic knows, divine favor isn't exactly distributed on a merit-based system. If it were, we'd all be drowning in milk bones faster than you can say good boy. Instead, we're left with the sobering reality that the universe operates according to its own inscrutable laws, heedless of the earnest entreaties of even the most adorable of pooches. And yet, there's a deeper truth lurking beneath the whimsical surface of this proverb. For in its playful juxtaposition of divine omnipotence and canine desire, we find a reflection of our own foibles and follies. How often do we, like our canine companions, look to the heavens in search of validation, succor, or a well-timed rain of metaphorical bones? How often do we expect the universe to bend to our will, to cater to our every whim and desire? But much like the capriciousness of a game of fetch, the universe has a way of defying our expectations. It rains when it pleases, not when we command. And while our prayers may find solace in the act of supplication itself, there are no guarantees that the heavens will open and grant our every wish. So the next time you find yourself tempted to pray for that promotion, that lottery win, or that perfect parking spot, remember the wisdom of our canine companions. For in their unassuming simplicity lies a profound lesson about humility, acceptance, and the folly of expecting divine intervention to rain down upon us like so many bones from the sky. Woof, woof, and amen.